Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2024 Lexus TX. This is pretty impressive, but instead of me giving you all the details about this vehicle, I'm bringing in an expert so you can get it right from the source. This is Richard Hollingsworth. Hi, nice to meet you. TX, like Texas?
It is not Texas, but later when you get inside, it's pretty as big as Texas inside, so we got you there.
But it's built in the U.S.
It is built exclusively at our Indiana plant, along with the Grand Highlander. Yep, so it's going to be the first U.S. sourced specifically vehicle in Indiana. Yep.
So we saw the Grand Highlander, and we did a complete walk around, got to drive it. Is this very similar to this with different shell, or is there even that much more?
They do share the same platform first and foremost, but it stops there. They're designed differently. Powertrains are more exclusive to our TX as well, but there's going to be a lot more stuff I'll show you exclusive for the luxury amenities that they're used to for the Lexus guests. So that definitely separates it. Yes.
We want to see. All right. Let's start off with the Lexus logo. It's nice. It's not like in your face.
This one is very subtle, but it also blends in, as we talked about. This unified spindle grille is what you're seeing here. So it still has that Lexus unified signature grille, but in this case, it's more body integrated into the vehicle, but it gives that modern, bold design and, like you said, more futuristic. So this is definitely something of the face of the new Lexus vehicles coming forward here. So it's definitely started with the TX here. So like I said, it's just a great, resolute grille.
Does this replace the RXL?
I will say it does in that respect, is that when we redesigned the new RX that came out last year, there was not an RXL for that. We decided to start from the ground up, and they said we needed to know what we needed to do right for those customers who were looking for a true three-row.
Yeah.
And this is where the TX came into play here. So when we talk a little bit, the spaciousness, the functionality, that third row, ingress, egress, and cargo capacity, you will see it is the new evolution of the three-row for Lexus.
I have to ask you, what is this color? It's really cool. It's almost like a, I hate to use another brand like a Nardo gray, but it's almost like this cool gray, but it's got a little blue in it.
A little bit. So this color is Incognito. It's exclusive to the F Sports on the TXs. So it actually started a year ago with our IS 500 launch edition, but it was so popular that we wanted to bring a TX, and it'll be down in some other vehicles in our family. But it is called Incognito. So yes, and it does show all the great character lines of the vehicle as you see here.
Yeah, you can really see the body lines.
Yes.
It's really nice. So you got new LED headlights here as well.
Yep.
And these are DRLs?
They are correct, yes. DRLs and the standard bi LED headlamps, but in conjunction with the grille gives that a more modern presence with the daytime running lights. So when the vehicle's coming at you, you can definitely know it's a Lexus, in addition to more of the cooling elements and of course the pre-collision system sensors, but you also have the fog lamps and the cornering lamps as well. So for the F Sport and certain luxury grades, you'll get the standard 22-inch wheels, which you hear, which is a big one for, usually that reserve it for like our LX 600 vehicles, but for this vehicle, because of the size and the presence, and when you start to drive it later this year for the Lexus driving signature, you'll see why we put 22-inch wheels on this vehicle.
And this is all seasons?
These are all seasons, yes. We want to make sure that we can sell this throughout the country.
And the one thing you are offering, that F Sport.
Exactly.
That's the big popular one for you guys.
Exactly. So this will be another model under the F Sport Performance.
There are 4 trim levels, right?
Yeah, there's a standard, and then we'll upgrade to a premium.
Yes.
Then we go to luxury, and then there's the F Sport Performance on the exclusive. So 4 total, yes.
Nice. Looks. I love the aggressive, muscular fenders also. Again, part of the design.
It is exactly. So it starts with the grille, but all from the shoulders to the rear to the front. Every character line matters. Like you said, you just don't want it to be an everyday 3-row SUV that you see on the market today. It was one to show you not just the color, but like this vehicle sits on 22s. It looks great, and then just goes from there.
So I want to just work our way around to the back. I noticed it's all black here, so you blackened this out.
Correct.
And the goal of that is to make it look sportier?
Sportier is one element of it, but as it started like on an RX, it's that same floating roof design, but because this vehicle is so much bigger, which we'll show shortly here, they wanted to keep that whole character line to say that it's big, but it also has that sporty element to it, so we blackened it out on the F Sports.
Yeah, I see you continued that black detail all the way across the back here.
Our Blade tail lamp is right there again, our signature tail lamp for all our vehicles going forward here. And of course the TX 500H with the standard direct forward.
So that means all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive. So our TX 350s, the gas models can be front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. When you move up to the 500H, they all come with a direct 4 all-wheel drive system here. Just because there's so much power there, you want to make sure all the wheels are planted and you don't lose any type of traction.
All right, do you want to take a look under the hood?
By all means, yes.
All right.
The standard TX 350 is our 2.4 liter turbo that we introduced on our NX and is also on our RX. So we brought that powerful turbo engine over at 275 horses and 317 pounds of torque.
Right.
It's still very efficient, very powerful.
That's a popular
That's
trim
very,
level.
very popular, especially for a vehicle this size. But
Right.
then when you move into the 500H, you're going to get that same turbo engine, but you're going to add the electric motor to it here.
Still with a regular transmission.
6-speed transmission on that one, yes.
Right.
The 350 will have the 8-speed, but in this case, because of the power of 366 horses and 409 pounds of torque,
Big monster.
that's
My
a lot of
power.
things moving. When we put that direct four we talked about, that's the next upgrade to the 500H and an F-Sport exclusive.
So the F-Sport has the CVT transmission because this has got some big power.
Yes, running through 6 speeds, though. Yes, exactly.
Right. Okay, this is really impressive. Lexus has really stepped up the game. Leather, this really nice suede material, just the feel of the materials is really impressive.
Especially these are F-Sport exclusive seats, as you see in the headrest right there.
Right there.
For first and foremost here, but once you take a seat in there, and you can definitely feel.
And Mark Levinson audio, I see that right away in the doors. Okay, first thing, huge center screen, 14 inches.
Correct. Yep. Standard on every TX.
This is one of the things that Lexus and Toyota has done that's a massive improvement. Got rid of that old setup. This new interface is really easy to use. It's super state-of-the-art and it's fast.
Like I said, for this vehicle being
Massive.
that look we talked about in modern amenities,
Yeah,
this
it's
works
clean.
perfectly.
There's no hood on this. And of course you got standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Wireless.
Wireless. A lot of places don't have that. It looks like you cleaned up all the buttons, even in the center.
Which just brings us to our standard wireless front charger up
Yep.
there in front of the ship.
Front
We have the unique module cup holder system here that can be removable throughout all the different parts of the cabin here.
Look at that. Oh, wow.
Yep. So
You
just
can
when you
take
know
them right
today's,
out.
in
If
today's
I want
market.
to put my sandwich there,
Yes.
I can do that instead.
Very
But if
true.
not, I could put this right in. Oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty crafty. This is really nice.
Yep.
I really like the details of the material. It's like petting a dog. How many cup holders? Like 14 did I read?
Including the door in the doors, yes.
Now, is this the glove box that opens from both sides?
That is correct there.
Love that. Let me see where I can open this. Opens from both sides.
Yep.
And it's really cool design. It's huge.
Yeah, so if you have a passenger who's asleep and their arm's on that side, you don't have to wake them up. So it works out as those little ideas and little things you don't think about until
you don't
after
think
the fact.
about that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really smart. All right, I want to take a look at the second row because
Yeah.
we don't want that to be the penalty box. All right, here in the second row, you've got not just easy access to the third row, but there's some amenities here for anyone sitting in the second row. I like the armrest.
Yes.
And this is a removable center console.
Correct.
And
yep.
that's, I believe, just as simple as that. Kids would love that.
Exactly,
They just
yep.
crawl right on back. Climate control in the second row, plus more storage, USB-C, and regular outlets.
Yep, correct. And then there's more storage
Wow.
if they wanted to put iPads through here, any other devices.
Oh, look
so
at that.
every functionality we're trying to do with this vehicle.
is really nice.
So you can see the amount of room back here for
There's
ingress,
a nice
egress.
spot for a foot.
Yep, many different shoe sizes can get back here.
That's nice. I'm
Exactly.
tall. I'm 5'8", so
and when you
if
get
I can
back
fit
here,
back here,
yep.
this is amazing.
Yep, and as you can see, when you take a seat back, not only
More
do we
storage.
more storage. Once I bring this back briefly,
Yeah.
you can just see how
Oh
much
my
headroom,
gosh.
legroom.
Leg room.
It
I
is
can get a whole
amazing.
hand in here.
What exactly we call the long haul 3-row is that we want to make sure that every seat is like the first row. Every row matters.
Do I see latch systems in the
Yes,
third row?
Third row, yes.
That's impressive. Because
It is.
usually you don't see that, and I know of a lot of friends that have 3-4 kids.
But we want to make sure it's safety paramount, that any seat that their children are in, safety is still the number one thing with Lexus. You've been in some other vehicles where you try to get out and you try
Yeah.
to find, where am I going to put my hand?
Yeah, you have no place to
so
grab.
one of them is you can grab the handle here and put
Right.
your hand here to get out.
Right.
But the other way is you can put your palm right here in this palm area
Right.
and then
Oh,
get out. And then that
nice.
just, with the whole ingress, egress of how the foot area, it's much easier. You're not going to fall out, get tripped over the seatbelt. So that's the most
Yeah,
important.
I think we've all done that in
Yes.
other brands.
There we go.
So kick sensor is standard.
Yep, across every TX will have power rear door with kick sensor standard.
Oh, that's when you get your hands full, you got kids and whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, and then underneath we have all of our jacking equipment because
Yep.
the tire is underneath.
Oh, this is where it is one of the best in class, competitive with everybody in this mid-lux segment. So you have 20.1 inch cubic feet of cargo space, and looking at it, when they first showed us images, you, with 7 passengers, up to
Right.
7 passengers, you can carry 7 carry-on suitcases in the vehicle with all seats still
Right,
up.
you go to Costco and you got all this stuff and you're like,
Yep.
I need to put the seats down, and you just
Yep.
press the button after you open it with your foot, right?
Yes, exactly. And then once those seats go down, more storage, unbelievable here.
So do we have any idea on pricing? Because you know that's going to be, can you give me a range of pricing?
I won't give you the range, but I will tell you that it is going to be very competitive against the other vehicles in this segment, like the Acura MDX, Q7s, etc. But we definitely understand that if we're going to bring this to market, we have to make sure the pricing is very competitive.
And we'll see these in dealers?
This fall. Like I said, the start
Fall of 23.
Yeah, this fall, yes.
Oh, very soon. Very
yes,
soon.
right around the corner, yeah. So
Wow.
the Indiana plant is getting very excited to start building these later this year.
Excellent. Thank you, Richard.
You're
we
more than
appreciate
welcome,
you
yes.
giving us the grand tour of the TX. It's not a Grand TX, but it could be. Well, that's pretty impressive. The TX will be coming to your dealers soon. We will be test driving it, but in the meantime, you've got a first look. You can start badgering your dealers because you know people are going to want this vehicle. One of the things that Lexus offers is a really great resale value. People that own these vehicles are very loyal to the brand. I know I didn't get every single question you might have. Put that down in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer that. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is down in the description, as well as for our website, our podcast, and my social media. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.